So he's busy digging out a rat. And I'm having a nice easy day. And so I come up with all this cardboard. And it always comes covered in plastic. Right. Absolute nightmare. But what I've found is if I leave it up here in the rain for a bit like this is perhaps a little too long. It also gives me a good chance to put all the slugs in salt water. And I know it means nothing on the fucking grand scheme of things, you know, a few slugs. But last year I lost 90%. Well, this year I lost 90% of everything. I did my maths last night, and for the 1,600 euros I got for selling shit, which is nothing, I'd spent 4.5. But that's agriculture for you. Don't expect to be rich straight away, even if you having thousands of anything. Don't expect. There's always stuff you need. Always stuff you need. Always think at least 5 years. They say 4, but with everything going on, you need another year just to kind of get used to what's going on. I mean, fuck me. I'll show you what I'm doing with this cardboard. But on the way, I'll show you that all my freaking strawberries are still going. They ought not to have done. You know, they're full. They're red. There's no flavour really, but you know, for a juice or something like that. Anyway, so all the cardboard is coming up. Not here. This was last year. This is 1 year of cardboard. This time last year I put this cardboard down. Haven't weeded. I have trimmed the bank once or twice, but I haven't weeded. So this is not too bad, bearing in mind it was like that not so long ago. So I'm definitely always going to have a little problem with ronds here, brambles. But that's okay. I can hand pull these out. And then more cardboard or whatever on top. And then eventually we'll get there, as we have with the rest of the garden over there. So I put all my ash, but this ash is particularly full of bones. Cleaned out the garden from Doggy Dog. And so that'll be rich in potassium and all sorts of lovely stuff. But this is where the cardboard is going. So I'm going to cover all of this in cardboard. Oi, well done. Ça suffit. You can see the rat goes right into where my bash is. And makes you think, is bash really the one, is this plastic the way forward? I mean, I don't know. So I had well, I say a family, a load of people to come and help me. It's just not feasible in terms of weeding. Anyways, so I'm putting all of this cardboard down here, cover all this. This was just ronds last year, so you know it is progress. It is progress. Lovely smell of some herbs there. So yeah, we've got loads of red strawberries. They're all right. They're better than those Spanish cheap ones out of season. Mind you, these would be technically out of season, wouldn't they? But you know, have a look. Yeah, they're doing all right. And all the mustards are looking lovely. Very, very tasty. Not too strong. And then I put my fat balls up for the birds. I'm letting the Rallye Noir black radish go to seed. So yeah, this is a mess. But these stolons hopefully will replace all of those. These are basically Mare de Bois. I don't need them. I'll keep a couple of hundred, but I don't need that many. They're not efficient. The Gary gets, you know, out of 800 plants this year, and bearing in mind I prevented them from fruiting last year to give them a really big push. This year they made 100 kilos, 106. So I want the babies of these. They are the future. So I'm going to leave them in. And then I know there's a lot of weeding to do, but none of it's particularly bad. Solanum, a couple of thistles, a little bit of ranunculus. It's nothing. It's nothing. But look, so that's the baby. And the baby's already got a good crown, bigger than the ones, you know, when I first actually bought them. My personal quasi rocket is doing particularly well. That's its dad. That's mine. or mother, depending on how you look at it. So yeah, I got loads of stolons, and then up here is a mess. But these are earlies. Garriguet, Manil and Magnum. Neither Manil or Magnum seem to do very well. They're probably going to be coming out. And then these are my Mare de Bois, Maestro, I think, and Mariquette. Still yet to be proven that Mariquette is all what it's about. But Mare de Bois did really well last year, which is why I bought 1,000 of them. But the climate has changed sufficiently that the conditions of that test year, whole fucking year, were so significantly different to this year that the test was null and void, basically. It's odd. The only way I can describe it is that the quantity of beasts that want to eat your garden this year was so high, with the ratopier and the explosion of the limaces and the mice, that that the lates and the hornets and the ants and there's fucking everything just wants to eat the strawberries, late season strawberries. The only solution for me really is go early season, so after winter only the hardiest of bastards survive, which will be slugs. Now I can deal with those relatively. Choucal frisé, both my variety, by the way. So yeah, so that's today. We'll just have a quick look into here. All of the corn from the rabbit food and poo is germinating. It's not necessarily the season, but maybe next year we'll have some corn. Maybe make a loaf from Jardin d'Alas. And the petit pois are doing well. These are all Indian mustards that no one eats. And I've cut the roots of these nasturtium, capucine, but they're still going, which I just find incredible. And then I'll have a later crop of radish chucked in amongst those poireaux, those leeks. And my nan used to have a lot of forget-me-nots in her garden. Still does, I suspect. So I shall be leaving those to flower, and I will not forget you. And then the compost, you know, we're doing rather well in there. I've mixed all this amaranthus from in the compost, so that'll all get spread about as well, and then we can. It's just more biomass, you know, just stuff I don't have to lump up. It's already here, even if it's a weed. Anyway, I'm going to get on with my cardboard box désherbement, whatever you call it. Maybe listen to something bizarre like Alice Cooper. I don't know. Cheerio.